What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've been keeping up with my recent videos, I've been changing out a lot of the burnt bulbs on the interior of the Land Cruiser 100 series. And to get to these bulbs, I had to take out some of the interior panels of the 100 series Land Cruiser. I've gotten a lot of requests regarding how to remove interior panels, so I figured I'd start off with an easy one, which is the center console. So here is the piece that I am referring to. This is the center console that we are going to remove today. Now, as you might have noticed, I don't have the cover for the cup holder. That was broken when I purchased the car. And to be honest, I mean, the mechanism is still here, I think. There it goes. But I always use my cup holders. I never have like nothing to, there's no reason for me to cover it up. So I just left it open. It's no big deal. But let me show you how to take out this guy in case you need to gain access to change out the light bulbs underneath here, or you wanted to, I don't know, wire up your CB radio with the wires under here, what have you. But let's get started. First of all, you would want to take out the low gear selector. So to do that, you easily just twist it off. It's threaded underneath on the shifter itself, so very easy to take out. Next up, you actually want to have the key for this bit. Put the key in and shift it into neutral. So with the Land Cruiser in neutral, obviously it's going to roll back if you're not on a flat ground like I am. So make sure you have your e-brake up, and also you won't be able to remove your key, but that's fine for right now. Next step is basically to pull the whole panel upwards. Now, be careful because you still got switches underneath here. For me at least, I have the seat heater switches and also the power and second start switch. So you want to pull it out, but you want to pull it up, but you want to pull it up gently to not like yank it completely, all the way up to the ceiling. So let's give it a shot. And then for this part, if you want to, you can actually shift it, the range selector, to low or neutral. It helps a little bit. It slides out. And then underneath, right here, you can see where the connectors are still connected. So before I can get this whole thing out, you definitely want to disconnect the seat heater switches and also the second power switch. And it's basically a little tab underneath. You press and it comes out. Ta-da! And there is your center console. Easy. And there is your center console. See, I even brought all these tools like a screwdriver and the pry pieces. I didn't even have to use any of that stuff. So now would be a good chance if you were doing like per se, which I should be doing actually, is replacing this fake wood trim. It would be a good opportunity, or in general just to clean this guy up because it is pretty dirty. Yeah, I don't think I've ever cleaned this guy. But also, if you flip it to the back, you can see where these little switches are. So you've got the snow and the second start switch, and also you've got the seat heater switch, which are on the side. And let me see if I can pop one out and oh, there it goes, show you guys. So this switch, if you remember from my previous video, is exactly the same as the vent switches for the back windows. And in case, I know a lot of you guys have this problem that the little light is out on this guy. If it is, just replace it right here. So this is the bulb for it. I forget the part number off the top of my head, but it's in my other video, and I'll link it in the description down below, what the part number is. But if your seat heater light is out, or the other one is actually the same too, the the power and the second start switch. If the light is out, this is a perfect time to change them. So now that I've taken this out completely, since I don't really have any burnt bulbs or I don't have this piece to replace, let me show you how to put it back in. It's pretty much the reverse steps, but maybe it'll help you from breaking a clip or two. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you guys before I put everything back together. As you know, I have my Cobra CB radio mounted on the dash. Now this one has all the switches on the handset itself, but the radio part you still have to put somewhere, including, you know, wire the wires. So this is where I have the I guess the radio and where the actual handset connects. It's just kind of in here. It's not like drilled in or anything. The wires are hooked up to the second battery, and you know, it's just a cool little space that you know, is useful if you have something like this you need to put in, or you know, what have you. You have the Switch Pro there or something like that. So first things first, we want to get this guy put back in. So we want to have it, see on the back, it's just a little clip and it clips in. Let's put it in the right angle right here. We can clip the snow and second switch in. Next up, you can feed the gear shift through that big hole, and then we're going to clip in these guys right here for the seat heaters. So of course they're color coded. Black matches with the black one, the brown one matches with the brown one, which is driver passenger. So let's click them in. That's one, and then the other one. There we go. After that, make sure the little boot for your low range selector is fitted over the gear shift itself, and then pull it back up a little bit. You want to feed the front end in first. Get the back, the cup holder part, through the actual center console itself, and then you want to take a look and make sure that this piece right here lines up. This like this border moves a little bit, so make sure it lines up with the I guess the gear selector itself. And once it's close, all you gotta do is push it down. Sides, make sure it clicks in place, and there it is. Last but not least, you want to put the low range gearbox selector, the knob back on, and it just screws in. You don't need to screw it in super duper tight. Like, as long as it's snug, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, like, you know, there's vibration, but it's not going to have it come off or anything. And I think that's how I had it. And obviously the truck is still in neutral, so you want to put your foot on the brake, put it back in park, and you're all done. And that is it. So hopefully that video helps some of you guys out as far as the center console goes. Now also, I do need ideas for my next videos for the Land Cruiser. What I should fix, what I should take apart, what I can show you guys. Like, even if I don't know, I'm sure I can figure it out and put it into a video. So definitely leave me a comment down below on what you'd like to see as far as the 100 series or maybe even the Prius goes. That being said, if you haven't done so already, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. And for more Land Cruiser and Overland content, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.